Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be going over the reveal of the new King of the Monsters figures by S.H Monsterarts presented at this past Tokyo Comic Con. So let's get into it. So there were 4 figures presented by S.H Monsterarts: Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, and King Ghidorah, just like from the movie. The first one we're going to take a look at is Godzilla. Very nice, very well detailed figure, essentially a smaller version of that giant statue made for the Comic-Con, just with more moving parts. From the toy here, we can see a few detailed changes Mike already made into Godzilla's design, including his larger dorsal fins, more accentuated teeth, rounded tip of his tail, larger feet, and bigger nails on his feet. There's definitely a lot more detail to it compared to the 2014 version, which was a little blurry in certain areas of its physique. I do own that figure. It's actually one of my favorites, but this is a very, very nice design for a Godzilla toy. But that's pretty much it for Godzilla. Moving on, next we have Mothra, who, to say the least, looks a lot more insect-like compared to her traditional look, and out of the 4 monsters, the one with the most drastic changes to her design. The figure doesn't look too special, but I'm sure once we see her live in the movie, everyone will come around to how different her design is and start to like it. You can see she has the 2 sets of mantis-like forelimbs and 2 back legs from the side, and I've already seen this written before, but yes, the leg and claw design is reminiscent of the male Muto, because the male Muto basically had, the similar looking feet and the 2 front claws. But there are certain moth species that this is accurate to that have larger forelimbs. So it's not totally that it just looks like Muto, it's just more accurate to an actual moth. Not to mention Mothra has to be able to fight in this movie, so she has to be armed somehow. I actually pointed out that the wing color and the design itself reminds me a little bit of Batra from how insect-like it looks. The only huge critique I would have with this design is the back wings. When you look at it from the back, it makes everything look very front-leaning. Everything is basically leaning towards the front of the model. When you turn it around, there's really nothing to it. Where if the back wings were a little bigger, it would balance her look out a little more. But overall, I like this design, and I'm really excited to see her in action. And we have Rodan's design, which I'm a huge fan of, actually. Out of the 4 monsters, I'm actually most excited to see Rodan, just because of how awesome they made him, being made of lava. In Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2, we were introduced to Fire Rodan. I personally gave this design the name Burning Rodan, just because he essentially looks like molten burning rock. As you can see on the toy, the texture and creases of the wings resemble lava, especially the color, dark red with traces of black. His tail is a lot bigger. His wings stretch much farther outward than his other designs, which made him look a little more narrow. As for the face, there's really not much to say about it. It looks very traditional, but more fierce. And Mike already stuck to the original 2-horn design, rather than the 3 horns like Fire Rodan. Now finally, we have probably the most anticipated reveal, which is King Ghidorah. As you can see, compared to all other figures, Ghidorah is gigantic, so much bigger and wider from the other ones. Again, similar to Rodan, his look is very traditional but much more modern, dragon-like, sort of what they did to Smaug from the Hobbit movies. The wings are folded up slightly, so if you can imagine them spread out, that's an absolutely enormous wingspan when he fully extends them. I like the horns, which are much bigger and curved compared to the old design, which were just straight horns. The golden reptilian scaly skin, the serrated spikes on the back of his neck, and the tail, which basically just looks like all the other past designs. I kind of wish he stayed covered up and silhouetted till the movie, but I'm not too disappointed that we're seeing him, because I really can't translate a toy directly to a movie design. That's what we have for S.H Monsterarts. You can see on their website that pre-orders for Godzilla and Ghidorah start on January 9th, but there is no release date yet set. I'm not sure if Rodan and Mothra will be released at a later date, because there is no pre-order date on those 2 figures on the website, and prices for all 4 are not yet listed. But I'm going to assume that Mothra is going to be the cheapest, probably around $90. Rodan probably about $100. Ghidorah being the most. I can't really say how much it's going to be. And Godzilla probably in the 120 range, about that. I think that's what the 2014 Legendary version is going for right now, around $120. So it's safe to assume maybe around $120, $130. Now for another announcement. NECA has recently announced that they will be releasing their line for Godzilla King of the Monsters with 12-inch head-to-tail Godzilla, 12-inch Mothra, so that's probably her body is 7 inches, not her wingspan, since she's significantly smaller compared to Godzilla. But announcements on Rodan and King Ghidorah have not yet been confirmed, but I will stay up to date with their announcements and let you guys know when anything further is announced. That's all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave your comments down below. The Atomic Beast out.